He threw his pregnant wife out during a storm, believing lies he never bothered to confirm. She vanished without a trace, until 4 years later, fate dragged him into a park where 2 little boys with his eyes were calling someone mommy. When she finally looked up and saw him standing there broken, breathless, desperate, his entire world collapsed. The sons he never held, the family he destroyed, the love he didn't deserve, now stood right in front of him, and this time, she wasn't scared he was. Because earning back the woman he shattered meant proving he could be the father they needed. He still remembered the night he threw her out. Rain hammered against the windows, thunder vibrating through the mansion's expensive walls. But Ethan Rivers had been too angry, too proud, too blinded by family pressure to see the truth. His wife, pregnant, trembling, and crying, had begged him to listen, but Ethan believed lies whispered by others. He believed the rumors. He believed what was easiest for his ego. So he opened the front door and told her to leave. And Mia, with a hand on her small swollen belly, whispered only one sentence before stepping into the storm. "You'll regret this." He did. But for years too late, Mia disappeared completely after that night. No forwarding address, no contacts, no trace. Ethan searched, but he never found her. He tried private investigators, hospitals, shelters. Every day the guilt piled deeper on his chest. Every night he replayed her voice in his mind. Then fate threw him into a moment he never expected. It happened on a warm Saturday afternoon in Central Park. Ethan was walking aimlessly, hands in his pockets, hoping the fresh air could ease the heaviness inside him. The world around him was bright, kids laughing, couples strolling, joggers running past. And then he saw her, Mia. She was sitting on a bench beneath a tall oak tree, sunlight falling over her hair like gold dust. She looked older, stronger, calmer. Her smile was soft as she watched 2 little boys chasing each other across the grass. Twins. Ethan froze mid-step. The world blurred around him. His chest squeezed so tight he forgot how to breathe. His sons. One had Mia's eyes warm brown and full of light. The other had his hair dark, thick and messy from running. He didn't know he moved until he was standing only a few feet away. Mia. She stiffened instantly. Her shoulders rose. Her breath halted. She turned slowly, as if afraid the past was finally catching up. Her eyes widened. Ethan, the man who broke her heart. The man who destroyed their family. The man who threw her out when she needed him most. "Why are you here?" she whispered, clutching the edge of the bench as if steadying herself. He swallowed hard. His voice barely came out. I didn't know you were in New York. You weren't supposed to." Her tone held no anger, just exhaustion. "I built a life where you couldn't hurt me again." His throat tightened. "Mia, those boys." She rose from the bench, stepping between him and the children instinctively. "They're mine." He nodded once, shakily. "And they're mine too." Her jaw clenched. "You don't get to claim them because you finally decided to look for us." His voice cracked. "I've been looking for years." "For what?" she asked sharply. "To ease your guilt, to fix your reputation, to pretend you're a father." The words sliced him hard, but he deserved every one of them. "No," he whispered, "to fix the one mistake that has ruined my life." Mia didn't respond. Her sons ran back toward her, breathless and laughing. One hid behind her legs. The other stared curiously at Ethan. "Mommy, who's that man?" Her lips parted but no sound came. Ethan knelt down slowly, eyes bright with tears. He couldn't hide. "Hi," he said softly. "I'm someone who's very happy to meet you." The boy tilted his head. "Why are your eyes shiny?" Ethan let out a shaky laugh. "Because I'm really happy right now." Mia looked down at him, confused and hurt by how gently he spoke to them. She had imagined many scenarios if Ethan ever found the monger control, manipulation, but not this. Not heartbreak, not regret, not the softness she once loved in him. The boys ran off again, losing interest in the grown-up tension they didn't understand. Mia remained silent, arms crossed over her chest, guarding herself. "You look healthy," Ethan said quietly. "Stronger." "I had to be," she replied. "I raised them alone." He nodded, swallowing guilt. "You did an incredible job." She almost flinched at the sincerity in his voice. He took a breath. "Mia, can we talk? Please." "We are talking." "No." He stepped closer, desperation leaking into his tone. "I mean really talk. Everything I should have done for years ago. Everything I should have listened to. Everything I should have believed." "Believed?" She let out a small, humorless laugh. "You believed strangers over your wife." "I know," he whispered, eyes lowering. "And I live with that every day." "Good." He blinked, surprised, "because I lived with it too." She continued, her voice trembling. But unlike you, I didn't have anyone to fall back on. I gave birth alone. I held 2 newborns in my arms with no family, no home, no support. I had to figure out everything from diapers to rent by myself. A tear slipped down her cheek. She wiped it quickly. Ethan looked like her words were physically crushing him. Mia, I'm so sorry. Sorry doesn't give them their first 4 years, she whispered. Sorry doesn't erase what you did. He nodded. He didn't defend himself. He didn't argue. He simply let her speak, because she deserved every moment of it. Then her sons ran back again, this time holding handfuls of flowers. Mommy, look, we got these for you. Mia knelt and kissed their foreheads, her eyes softening instantly. Ethan watched the way she held them, the way they hugged her, the way she breathed them in like they were the only reason she was alive. A real family, one he was never part of, one he threw away before it even began. Are they happy? He asked, voice barely a breath. Yes, she said honestly. And, is there someone? No. She cut him off. I didn't trust anyone enough. His chest tightened with a mixture of relief and guilt. He crouched to the boy's height again. Can I know their names? She hesitated. The boys looked between them. Finally, she exhaled. Liam and Lucas. Ethan's heart stuttered. Beautiful names. Strong names. Names he should have been there to choose. Hi Liam. Hi Lucas. He said softly. The boys waved shyly. Lucas whispered, Are you mommy's friend? Before Mia could answer, Ethan looked at her, giving her the choice she never got 4 years ago. Her lips trembled. No, she whispered slowly. He's someone important. The boy's eyes widened. Is he our dad? The world stopped. Mia froze. Ethan froze. Even the wind seemed to pause. He watched her, giving her the control she never had. She watched him, searching for any sign he'd hurt them again. He didn't move, didn't blink, didn't breathe. Finally, Mia knelt and pulled her sons close. Yes, she whispered. This is your father. Liam gasped. Lucas blinked in confusion. Then both boys ran toward Ethan, crashing into him with tiny arms and warm little bodies. The impact nearly knocked him backward. He broke. Tears streamed down his face as he held them, really held them for the first time. Their small hands curled around his shirt, trusting him instantly in a way he didn't deserve but would spend the rest of his life earning. Mia watched, her heart squeezing painfully. Ethan looked up at her through tears. Thank you for giving me this moment. She wiped her eyes. I didn't give it for you. I gave it for them. He nodded, holding the boys tighter. Then let me be worthy of it. Mia didn't answer. Hope was dangerous. Hope was painful. Hope had betrayed her once. But as she watched her sons cling to the father they'd never met, something in her chest softened, just a little. Maybe fate had brought him to the park for a reason. Maybe healing didn't come all at once. Maybe forgiveness wasn't impossible. Maybe love, broken as it once was, could be rebuilt slowly, carefully, honestly. The boys pulled Ethan toward the grass. Come play with us. He looked at Mia, silently asking permission. She nodded once. And for the first time in 4 years, Ethan Rivers walked no rant toward the life he almost lost forever. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps these emotional stories reach more hearts. Tell me your favorite moment and which character you want to follow next. New episodes, more twists, and deeper journeys are coming every day.